I'm especially excited to receive this award this particular year. For if I'm not mistaken, the IWF was founded 50 years ago, which happens to be about the same time I first came to New York. By my calculations, that makes the IWF venerable, and it makes me just ancient. My dream back then was to work at an American fashion title. I feel so lucky every single day to be able to say that's what I do. But the truth is, although inside I feel much as I did that first year, outside the world has changed. The 70s were fantastic years for feathered hair, for glitter, but they were not so great for women who had serious hopes about their work. For instance, some saw my hiring at American Vogue as evidence that I must certainly be having an affair with the boss. Others, including an illustrious magazine editor in my circle, who should have known better, dismissed me as a fashion person who could never, ever lead a company. Since then, a lot has changed, and not by accident. It took decades of effort by women in all fields and all industries, working together to support each other, often through wonderful organizations like IWF. One of my earliest role models was Kay Graham, the longtime publisher of the Washington Post. I grew up knowing Kay because my father edited a newspaper in London, and they were transatlantic competitors, but they were also really good friends. So even as a teenager, I understood Kay to be a woman of extraordinary judgment, strength, and versatility. She steered her paper through the difficult decisions around the Pentagon Papers and the revelations of Watergate. But she also navigated a range of roles in her private life, a devoted wife and mother standing strong through the tragedy of her husband's sudden death, before becoming the Post's most iconic publisher, as she simply learned on the job. Kay was a force, but she was also humble, not afraid of change, and so generous. When I came to New York, it was Kay who took me under her wing. I would not have the career I have if it hadn't been for Kay, and many others like her. I think of that every time I stand on a stage like this. I'm also reminded that any woman who has risen in the world has been helped or mentored in some way. Thank you, IWF.